if we are talking about day two, one important aspect has to be how unlucky, I was about to say lucky, how unlucky Jasprit, I really wish,
We do.
how unlucky Jasprit Bumrah was. The man bowled his heart out. From
Absolutely.
ball one, getting that Zach Crawley wicket, getting that Ben Duckett wicket, he squared up Joe Root, he got Ollie Pope, edging multiple times, went through slips, one went to Jaiswal and he dropped it. How good was he? And yet, he could have had four written in that wickets column.
He was troubling Ben Duckett so much, left and right. Ben Duckett was having such a bad time. He was struggling so much in that first spell of Jasprit Bumrah. And you could tell that a wicket is coming, And every single, that first spell was cinematic. It was absolute drama because every single ball something was happening. Every other ball there was an event. Every other ball there was an opportunity created to take a wicket. Yet India could not capitalize on that wicket, and slowly they let that pressure go after those misfields, after that missed run out, that dropped catch from Ravindra Jadeja, a chance missed there by Yashasvi Jaiswal. Following all of that, the pressure completely released. Jasprit Bumrah bowled his heart out, and then again in that second spell, after tea as well. Was it after tea?
Yeah.
We had a little bit of
After tea.
After tea, yes. The second spell of Jasprit Bumrah, once again, dropped catch, fourth slip, Yashasvi Jaiswal, that landed in his hands, but he could not get it. That catch should have been taken, and you could just see the disappointment in Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah,
he had his cap on. I mean, he just wanted to curl up
Border
in a ball
Gavaskar
at
Trophy
that.
repeated again.
Yes, I did not want to say it. I did not want to say that, this sort of looks like what happened back in Australia, and then having to constantly bring in Jasprit Bumrah because the other bowlers are not able to create any pressure. They're not able to get any breakthroughs. You use Jasprit Bumrah more than you need to, and that's precisely what is happening again. Prasidh Krishna, no pressure from him whatsoever. Siraj, except that first spell, he's been brilliant. Siraj has been brilliant, and he was troubling Joe Root, the number one batter, the number one test batter there.
Yeah, unfortunately, no wickets,
No
and that's the
wicket.
big problem. I mean,
Yes.
Jasprit Bumrah once again becoming the solo warrior for India. And if you look at each spell, each time he gets the ball, the one over before tea, he had induced the edge from Ollie Pope. It went towards a vacant forward short leg. First spell, that's where I feel India could have been a tad more attacking because you are using Jasprit Bumrah to pick wickets. You have a 470 cushion. At that point, it's the start of the innings. You've already got one wicket. You've got the newcomer. And there you just sort of removed one fielder from slip. The next over, you brought him back. You had four for Ben Duckett. Why not for Ollie Pope? That edge was induced. It went through that vacant area and went for a boundary. And Jasprit Bumrah, again the unlucky bowler. Ravindra Jadeja dropping Ben Duckett, for God's sake. Of all people,
Of
the
all
ever
people.
dependable Ravindra Jadeja got his body into a tangle and dropped Ben Duckett, who went on to score a 50. Ollie Pope goes on to get 100 for England after being given so many lives. One that run out Mohammad Siraj. This Yashasvi Jaiswal catch. One time, multiple times, Ollie Pope led a charmed life. And as Gargi beautifully said, Jasprit Bumrah had, I don't know if they showed it on telly, they might have gone to commercials, he had his cap on his face as if to hide his despair and his disappointment. He had gone up in celebration thinking, yes, this time
We all
round
thought that catch was taken because at one point, that ball was hidden away from Yashasvi Jaiswal's body, but little did we know that ball was already there. It had been dropped, and that was one of the most heartbreaking moments
moment of the day, you reckon, because Ollie Pope going on to get that 100.
For England, absolutely. That was a lifeline, and such a lifeline.
For India
then.
also, you get because you had just got Ben Duckett.
Yeah.
And had you got Ollie Pope then, back-to-back
Real
breakthroughs,
pressure.
things would have been very, very different.
Absolutely. And at that moment, this is a passing note that I want to make. Shubman Gill did a very good job there. Yashasvi Jaiswal was already, I think, low on confidence. I was telling you this. Yashasvi Jaiswal looks low on confidence because he was constantly hiding his face. His body language had loosened up versus when he had started the second innings. But when the bowling innings, but he got hurt. He was not fielding well. He was low on confidence. And Shubman Gill, actually, when he dropped that catch, while everyone else was sort of, had their head in their hands in disappointment, Shubman Gill was clapping constantly for Yashasvi Jaiswal, saying, no, it's good job, good try, good
Yeah,
try.
I mean, he was doing the captain's
Yes.
thing. And what she's talking about, Jasprit Bumrah had taken the cap, he had his face covered, and he was walking towards his fielding position in the deep. Rishabh Pant, from his position as wicketkeeper, ran.
Runs too.
He ran towards Jasprit Bumrah, literally gave him a hug, patted him on the back. So you could see that the young Indian team was full of
Really backing
intensity.
each
They were
other.
backing each other. India needs a big morning. A couple of hours from now, when we start our live from the Headingley cricket ground again, we will be building up to what could be a deciding day and a deciding session. If India has to come back in this particular game again, you have to take a couple of early wickets. England is going to threaten, because that 470 all of a sudden looks okay. Why not 550?
Meager.
Exactly. I mean, they can get there, England, and if they have a very, very good day, they will want to bat India out and push India in the second Indian innings. And once again, this morning, it will all be about Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj to a degree. Jasprit Bumrah once again has to come and do that job for his country. He's done that time and again. We've seen that in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. We've seen that here multiple times, Jasprit Bumrah doing it with the ball. But now, today you've got to give him the batting, the backing with your
yes.
discipline, with your catching, with your field placements, the attacking field placements. You've got to give Bumrah every support.
You've got to, first of all, the rest of the three bowlers, Shardul Thakur.
Spot on.
That is the number one duty, that you have to make sure that the pressure is on from the other end. Siraj did a very good job when Bumrah came on. Later, after Joe Root had come out to bat, Bumrah was put on, and then Siraj from the other end. Siraj did a phenomenal job keeping that pressure on. He was really troubling Joe Root, and at one point he also had that LBW, which was again reversed thanks to a very good decision there to take a DRS by Joe Root. But after that, Prasidh Krishna did not have any discipline whatsoever today. He was bowling all over the park, 2 to 3 loose balls every single over, being punished as well. Shardul Thakur, same, no discipline in bowling there. These three bowlers need to make sure that they're putting the pressure on from the other end. Apart from that, catching and fielding is very important. We know that now, and we had talked about this multiple times ahead of the series, that not only is this a test of the new Indian test team with bat and the ball,
slip
but
cordon.
also
Multiple times the slip cordon.
The slip cordon and the fielding as well. Fielding changes games, absolutely changes games.
100%. And if I don't know if they were showing that same broadcast. Mone Morkel had his hand on his head when the drop happened.
He was
and he was like, yeah,
frustrated.
exactly. And T. Dilip was sitting next to him, the Indian fielding coach. And that's the problem. Can India rectify that this morning? But we leave you with visuals. We were closely following Jasprit Bumrah's training drills in the last 2 days leading into this test match. And he was phenomenal in training. He was phenomenal at the start of the English innings. Every time he came on to bowl, something would happen. So Jasprit Bumrah, once again, India's talisman, the unlucky talisman. Can the Pied Piper do the job this morning with some support from the other bowlers? That's what every Indian would be hoping for. That's all we have in this particular show. Watch these visuals of Jasprit Bumrah and you will love every bit of the intensity that this man brings to the table. That's all Gargi and I have for you. Join us in exactly 2 hours as both of us will be from outside the Headingley cricket ground in what could well be the make or break day in this particular test match. Thank you very much for watching.